advanced threat protection for the ATP sandbox. Now you can run the Fortigate in different modes, either in sniffer mode or in integrated mode. It can be directly connected to the Fortigate or FortiMail, which scans our traffic and forwards suspicious files to the sandbox for further analysis. If malicious code is found, the sandbox can send an alert to the network admin, who can then quarantine the infected file. Results are also forwarded to the Fortigate for further analysis and signature creation, which is then made available via FDN, usually within 24 hours. Now, once the Fortigate downloads the latest updates, similar malicious files will be blocked in the future. Now, if we look at our topology, we've configured the Fortinet or our Forti SandBox to have a malware server connected in the virtual environment on a virtual firewall with a client on the inside network. So the first thing that we want to do is to go and just see how we can configure a policy without any ATP or advanced threat protection enabled. Look at the file, make sure that we can download the file successfully, and then what we'll do is we'll enable the sandbox with advanced threat protection. And when we try and download the file again, the first time it will go through when it's just doing further analysis, and when we download the file the second time around, it will be blocked. Now let's just go and create a normal policy. So the Forti SandBox offers a robust combination of proactive detection and mitigation, actionable threat insight, and integrated into automated deployment. Suspicious codes are subjected to multi-layer pre-filters prior to execution in the virtual OS for detailed behavior analysis, just letting it from the internal source connecting to the outgoing interface as the external network. Our sources, this is a lab environment, so our sources we're just going to select as all and destination as all. Again, in your production environment, you will not have source and destination necessarily as all. You will have more defined policies. So just define the net pool for it, and we're just going to lock all sessions, and again, no security profiles enabled. So if we bring up the malware client, we're just going to do some basic connectivity tests to make sure everything is working. So we'll do ping to Google's DNS services, make sure that we can ping out, and then we'll just do a ping to the malware client. So download malware file with no AV protection profile enabled on the firewall. We'll see that we'll be able to download one of the malware malicious files, and we will get no alerts whatsoever downloading the file. Also, what's key to notice here is when you go back to the firewall and you look at the forwarded traffic, you will not see any alerts. You will see the source and destinations, you will see the applications, you can see the results and the policies, but there's no alerts whatsoever. If you look at the threats, you'll just see normal threats, blocked by firewall policies, or any failed connection attempts. Something nice, if you look at the threat maps as it is, again, this is connectivity coming either from or to your environment. It could also be command and control centers trying to communicate out to the internet, or some of those command and control systems trying to connect back. So if we go to the next thing, which is just to enable the sandbox, the first thing we want to do is go to the Fortigate in the root. So we're all running VDOMs. We'll go into System, we'll go to External Security Devices, and we'll enable the sandbox inspection. So we're just going to put the sandbox IP address in there and do a test connectivity, and you will see that when we first do a test connectivity, we'll have a failed attempt or saying that the services is not configured. You need to enable it or allow the device to talk to your sandbox environment. That's also, you don't want anybody just to use your sandbox to send their files through to you. So under file-based detection, file input device, what we'll do is we'll go into the root of the firewall that we've configured, and we'll just go and authorize it. We'll also say any new VDOMs will inherit the same configuration, which will be permitted. So our VDOM 1, I just want to go and authorize it. And if we now go back to the firewall and we do a test policy, we go and we test the connectivity, rather we'll see that the services is online. So the next thing is just to create a new AV profile. So we'll go into our VDOM, we'll go and configure a new security profile, and we'll connect to antivirus. We'll just go and create a new one. We'll call it sandbox test. For inspected protocols, we'll just go make sure that we'll enable all of the features: HTTP, SMTP, POP3, IMAP, MAPI, and FTP. And we want to enable the send files to the Forti SandBox appliance for inspection, and we'll add all suspected files and apply. Once that's applied, we'll go to our policy that we've configured, and we want to enable the antivirus security profile. So we'll enable antivirus, click on the drop-down list, and we'll select Forti, the sandbox test profile, and we can just hit OK. From there, we want to go and test the sandbox profile. So what we'll do is we'll go and download the file number 2 and 3, and make sure the first time we do it, we will be able to download the file. The firewall will see it as malicious or potential malicious traffic, and the firewall will send it off to the sandbox. If you go to the sandbox, you will see that that file has indeed been detected, and you can see that's now been sent through to the sandbox for further analysis. The Forti sandbox will then go and have a look and do its own inspection to see if this is malware, and if it is, you will see that it will be detected as malware. So if we try and download the file the second time around, we can see that it will be blocked by the firewall through the sandbox integration. That's the kind of results that we are looking for. So if you now go back to the firewall and you look under threats, we'll be able to see the risk threat being listed there as well in the log files. You'll be able to see the source addresses. If you click on sessions, you'll be able to see the sessions that's been configured or that's been in the log file as well. You'll be able to see the detected file type. In this case was a virus. You can look at the events, and the file name will also be listed. So if you look at the sandbox reports on Fortigate and on the sandbox itself, you can look at local reports, and let's just say daily and run now. Click OK, and you'll see a new report will be generated. If you click on that, you can click on view, and you will see it will show you. You can show you in the Fortigate itself. You can also download the report and email that if you need to. Now the biggest thing here is you can look at top applications, you can look at the bandwidth, but I think what's key here is to look at the malicious traffic, make sure it's been picked up in the report as well. You can see the name, you can see the malware type, you can see the occurrences for it, you can also see the victims and the sources. If you go to the Forti SandBox and click on status, you'll be able to see the suspicious traffic. If you click on that, it will take you through to see the file name that's been detected. So you can see what's been downloaded by users. You can look at the threats by users. So it picks up that it's been picked up by the virtual firewall. You can look at the files that's been downloaded, so you can see the files that's been seen as malicious. You can see it per device. In the case that is the customer firewall or test firewall, and we can look at you can do a search for on demand as well, just to submit a file if you want to as well, or you can do a search if you know that there is specific risk ratings that you're looking for. Thank you for watching.